I'll tell you what, everything is happening so quickly at the stable. I wanted to get up today and I wanted to make a video. Amy, I'll tell you what, you guys talk about me driving around being tough. Amy last night took all the kids to practice. Then all the kids themselves got in the car. They landed last night at the hotel at 1:45 in the morning. We all slept in, had a shower. Cruz was there. I made the mistake of letting Amy see a dog in the hotel. And then as I was trying to negotiate her to come back down to Lexington for Friday with the kids, one, the kids had to skip school. Two, you had to drive 4.5 hours either Thursday night or Friday morning. And three, the dog would have to stay in the doggy hotel in Ohio for another few days. So Amy played a little hardball and said, well, why don't we take Cruz? I'll come if Cruz can come. And I said, well, you can't have Cruz there, honey. You can't have a dog in the hotel. And she said, no. I saw a dog in the hotel, and it was a big dog. And she was correct. So Cruz McDonald made it down also, which was cool because Lexington's one of the only tracks. You're just going to let a dog out of your car, walk around the backstretch, walk him up into the grandstand. He was on the second floor of the grandstand outside with us for the afternoon, taking it all in. So it was fun. We woke up today, we were exhausted. We just took the morning easy. Nothing this morning. Walked around the little area where we were, the little shopping area where we were, and I still don't know what that place is called.
What's that? What?
That is, that's a minor league baseball team. That's the Legends Field. What is the Kentucky team called? That is cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
That must be a AAA team. Look, the scoreboard's gigantic too. The Kentucky, somebody will tell me. Kentucky Rebels, Kentucky something. I don't know. So we took it easy for the morning. Went to, got a little bite to eat. Breakfast, walked around, got in the car, and I said, okay, we're going to go look at the babies now. Well, by the time we get driving around and Addie got ice cream and then she wasn't feeling good from eating ice cream, I said, you know what, it's 2:20. We're going to get out to Haley Moore's farm and have to come back for Momento Mory. Why don't we just go watch Mory race first? Went up to the grandstand. Jimmy was there. I got a funny story. Jimmy was there. We were talking to everybody up there, and Momento Mory's about to race. We just wanted to watch him race, thought he'd do well, and then go out and watch the babies race. The expectations were very low. I know that Randy and Bob and Steve were there, and everybody was excited, but the expectations were low. I couldn't believe it. He came out of the last turn halfway down the lane. I was screaming for him. He just went by at the wire, and as I turned to go to the winner's circle, we're high-fiving everybody, and I hear them say, world record. It was a world record for 2-year-old geldings on a mile track, 151 and 4, a heck of a mile. He raced unbelievably, and Scotty clipped that wheel coming out of Mory out of the 2-hole. If you watch it close, you can see where he did it. And he goes, oh my God, he said he put a step in. I thought I was going to lose him. I said, that's why we train them the way we train them. They got to get used to that. They got to get used to that stuff. So Mory raced good. He raced huge. It was funny because I was walking back. I went back up to get my iPad, and John Campbell was there. And he said, all this time, he said, if you just break the babies, train them down, give them to competent trainers, and let real drivers drive them, you're going to have success. And I said, hold on. He was just joking. I said, I never said I was a good driver. I said, I remember this one time. I don't know how I remember this, but as soon as he said it, I remember this one time. I drove this guy's horse terrible at Georgian Downs. It was back years ago. And I come off the track, and
Did you mean John Evans?
No, John Campbell.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I come off the track, and the guy, I could tell he was fuming, as he should have been. I just drove his horse terrible. I got parked the whole way. He goes, that was a terrible drive. I said, I got nothing. You're 100% correct. He goes, oh my God, man. I said, so he was like angry, but he's starting to come around, right? I think he was looking for me to be abrasive, and instead I was like, I'm really sorry. It was 100% my fault. I drove the horse terribly. He goes, all right. And he goes to walk away. I said, but in fairness, you did list me. And he looked at me. He started to laugh, and he goes, what a dick. He turned around, he walked away. And that was that. And I told the story, and of course John laughed. And it was just such an exciting thing, such a thrill. And I just thought about it. I was going to the car the last 2 years in a row. We won the International Stallion for 2-year-old trotting colts. The stable, Eric Paddlin won the stable. And that leads to another thing. You know, I always stick up for our trainers all the time. I always stick up for our people, right? These are good, hardworking people. You may not know Eric Padlett. You may not know most of our trainers. You might not have never heard of Jason McGinnis before us. Certainly heard Harry, if you're in horse racing. You don't know Dominic. You don't know our people all the time. But the stable isn't just about buying a horse and giving it to the biggest trainer, the fastest guy, and having Dexter Dunn drive it all the time. We want to use our people. We want to do things proper. Not to say that there's anything wrong with not being proper. We could have sent these horses down, asked Ron Burke to take them. No, I don't got room. Chris Ryder, Noel Daly, and just go down the list until we find somebody. No. We want our people here. We just set a world record with a older horseman as a trainer. Good, hard-working guy. Him and Kathy do a great job, and they put a lot of work into these horses. And they just set a world record with a 2-year-old trotter against all the best 2-year-old trotting trainers and drivers. And that is something to behold, right? And I want everybody to just take a minute and think about that. Think about what we just did. You can buy a horse, a nice horse. You can train it down. It might not happen. We didn't win every race. There's lots of races we were second with Mory, whether it be in Oak Grove or whether it be in Lexington when he first got here. He made that break in the final. There's lots of reason to be upset or disappointed. We had somebody email me angry. We didn't hang the horse up right. Scotty shouldn't have left with him. And Scotty saying, I only left because you wanted me to leave with them. And there's always that turmoil. That's horse racing. That's sports in general. Catcher calls for a curveball. You shake him off and throw a heater and it ends up in the stands. Guess what? You feel like an idiot. That's whether it be, who feels more dumb for the rest of his life than Pete Carroll? Remember?
Yeah.
You got Marshawn Lynch? No, let's just throw a 4-yard pass, interception, game over. But this is sports. But we are going to give our people a chance to get the job done. And that is fair to everybody. We're not going to ride the fastest bus. We're not going to drive the shiniest car. We're going to put our head down and work the same as we always do, and we're going to have results. Don't forget who you're racing against. You just beat Aki Sponstead at the wire in the international trotting race. Right? That's what we beat. Ron Burke and Yannick Gingras were third. Always keep that in the back of your mind. We could always do better, but we could always do worse, and we're always racing against the best in the industry. And that is a huge feather in our cap. So a huge congratulations to Eric Padlett and Kathy, because they deserve it. They put the work in. They got the job done. So great job, Scotty. Obviously doesn't need much praise. Guy's one of the best drivers in the world and shows it all the time. I know, Scotty didn't really know if Mory was good enough, right? We had a very, very frank conversation the other night at dinner about whether we go to the Corbin or whether we go to the Breeders' Crown. And Scotty's always going to be conservative. He's always looking after the horse. He always wants to see the horse get better and better and never beat up. I'm not always that way. I don't mind a little adversity. Okay, he got beat up. He made a break in the final. What's he going to do now? Well, he's just going to come out and set a world record 2 weeks later. They always have to have a little adversity. And I told Scotty that. I said, if you have a better horse to drive in the Breeders' Crown, well, go ahead and drive him. That's fine. I said, but give the horse a chance before you shut him down. Before you say he's not good enough. Prove he's not. And then that might have spurred him on. Although driving the 2-hole with the favorite on the rail, he was going to get a great trip. He was going to get a trip he never had yet. He knew that. I knew that. You knew that. Probably Mory knew that. A great day for the stable, but I want everybody to remember that. This is a wonderful game. You're not always going to win. You're going to have those moments. 1, absorb them all. Take them all in. Be happy. And 2, understand that we can win those races. For the people out there that think we can't win races, it's an inevitability. We're not going to win them all, but we are going to win some. We're going to win our fair share. So that's the message for today. Now let's talk about yesterday. Let's talk about what took place today also. We had a great day yesterday, aside from insider trading making a break. We talked about that. We talked about that in depth, what I thought happened. It happened. Not the end of the world. Everybody else won, though. La Deraine, winner. Congratulations to all my partners with her. Rock Shining Star looked tremendous. Now, a little change for Rock Shining Star. Next week he's going to race at the Meadows in the Open. Why? Because Save America is going to the Open in Dayton. You may ask why. I don't really want our horses racing all the time and a half. And the problem with Northfield is, I don't blame them, but when you win the way you do, guess what? They ask you to draw the outside in the handicap the next week. I'm not handicapping our horses on a half-mile track. We'll race him in Dayton a couple of starts. We'll bring him back to Northfield, see how he does, move our horses around. We have 2 open horses by the looks of it. You might say, well, Rock Shining Star, I don't know. Race huge last night, 50-4. The Open went in 50-3 races before. And I've already won the Open with him at the Meadows. So he's going to the Meadows next week. Save America is going to the Open at Dayton next week. Both those horses race tremendous. Get Up Today, Tactile Mounds race good. As I said, Megan, she does a great job and takes it to heart when the horses don't perform great, but they can't perform great all the time. Just relax. Filly will come around. Get 3 weeks to the Breeders' Crown. You can't possibly, in your right mind, say that she's not good enough. She already proved that she is. She's one of the fastest trotting mares of all time, 49-4. There's only been a handful of them done it. It hasn't been 50 or 60. It's been probably less than 10. She's a nice horse. Megan will get her squared away. Marching Fourth, race great. Just beat a snout for a second. Got a little out of gear at the wire. You're going to see that confidence continue to grow. Now, guys, pay attention to what's going on here. This is probably some of the best scenery you're ever going to see in your life.
Dad, you've already pointed it out.
I know. Well, keep an eye on it because it's a beautiful spot. Take Kentucky in. You could have been in school today learning algebra. So if you end up a failure in life, you can look back at this video and say, this is part and parcel of why. But take it all in. Some of the most beautiful scenery you're going to see. This is horse country through and through. Marching Fourth, race great. Just beat at the wire. His confidence is going to get better and better and better and better and better. It's going to be a legitimate horse throughout the winter for us. This was a good pickup. And he's a nice horse. Drebin, not Aaron's best work. Not the end of the world. Aaron usually drives our horses great, and it's not the end of the world. The horse was third. He raced good. Moving him there. Now, I will say this. Now, Aaron may have avoided a catastrophe because when you get him really doubled up, that's when he gets into his knees, and then he gets kind of bully, and you could have put yourself in a bad spot. So maybe Aaron was just saying, you know what, I want to avoid the torture of what's about to happen. Just move him over and let him trot. He cleared in the last turn. Did he go a little bit to sleep, maybe? Yes. Not the end of the world, though. Horse is going to win those races. He's a better horse than that. He wasn't bad today. First over before the 3/8, and ends up third and 55 in a piece. He raced okay. Stay close, good again. Now Ronnie's going to be patting himself in the back. Didn't look as good as when I drove him, but he wasn't in as cheap either. So great job. Greg Schoner loves that horse, and he sent me messages. They won't go by him like that. No, they were by him halfway down the lane and stay close. You know, fumbled back to win it because he's just a good horse. And good horse, what do winners do? They win. And he is a winner. Now tonight we've Lonely Lakewood, JK Victory. Like to see this guy get back going, right? He's in a bit of a funk, but a great horse. Before you ask me, I have no idea what that is. That is a huge thoroughbred training center, maybe?
Yeah, it says right there.
What's it say? What was
The
the name?
Thoroughbred Center.
The Thoroughbred Center. I don't think they put a ton of effort into the name, but I've never seen that place before. My God, that's beautiful, eh?
Did you see the one just past had a bunch of willow trees?
Yeah, they all do. They're all beautiful here. This is like old school money and horses. Admiral Dio races tonight. See how he races in his first start for us. We almost bought his brother or sister, eh? He was hidden in the page. No, I liked the horse before I knew who it was, and then when you look, Steve was the one that looked up the mare in Admiral Dio. He goes, how do I know that name? I said, that's our horse. That horse was selling this week. We didn't get him. I don't even know if I've been on him, but I plan to. Chime Bell, first start with the hobbles on tonight. Jason said she trained well. No, I haven't sat behind her with the hobbles on, but he said she trained well, so we'll see how she races tonight. And then Chevron's Bypass. Bit of a surprise. Raced great last week. We'll see how she races tonight. Tomorrow is where I start. Old Tubby McDonald. No supper for me tonight. Everybody can eat supper but me. Apples and oranges and bananas for next week. I'm coming in a little heavy. Big girl. We're going to have to make sure the bearings are good in the bike tomorrow for Gorgeous Package and Irresistible Sun. Gymboree races in the afternoon. That'll be her prep race for Corbin. I'm coming to the Red Mile in the morning tomorrow to train. Last trip, I'm going to go a good mile with Arson. I'm going to go a good mile with Grand Slam Dio and Gaslight Hall. Tomorrow also, I'm going to train them all up. And then Sunday night, we have a lot of horses in the finals. Purple People Eaters picked low. Rosa and Alexandria is. Freedom Hill is. Fire and Shine's in the Consolation 2, they call it. love and affection, widespread panic, a very busy Sunday for me. And then Monday, we're right back at it. I had an opportunity to talk to Billy McClinchy from Woodbine and Jimmy a little bit more of what I was asking for when I asked for the data to be available for horses that are needed. Because obviously the way we move horses around is not the same as other people. When you're in Ontario, you're thinking Mohawk, Flamborough, London. When I'm in Ontario, I'm thinking Mohawk, Meadows, Northfield, Southern Ohio, Yonkers, everywhere. And it's not the same. I said, well, if we made it a little more conducive for trainers to train in that way, then the playing board becomes North America. It doesn't become Mohawk. And that might sound, well, I don't want to lose horses, but you're going to have an influx also. You show me what races are going to go full time that we can race in consistently all year long, all winter long, and we will buy horses and send them to Mohawk to race in those classes. But I can't have the Yo Misters and Looks Like Money tripping over to one another. It just makes no sense. So I think that's what we're going to do. I should say that I would love for us to be able to do that, and hopefully Billy and Jimmy look into that a little bit more, and we can go from there with that. That would be great for us, I believe. Tonight we are off to the sale. Quietly, I thought, geez, I wonder if we can get Momento Mory's brother. Might be a little more difficult now. He's a Centurion ATM. You might know that name because that is my Jazz is Full. Now we're going out here to see the babies right now out at Dr. Haley Moore's. My favorite one to look at when it's not just as a weird color and it's built really nice is my Jazz's Centurion ATM Full.
It was blonde last time.
It was blonde. It was very weird color, but what a beautiful horse.
Yeah,
what's that, honey?
Which one was that one that you wanted me to trot?
Oh, that was Path of Totality's.
He has cool markings.
Yeah, that's a tactical landing at a Path of Totality. So we're going out. We're going to take some videos for you. We're going to take some pictures. We're going out to see our babies here at Dr. Haley Moore's. It should be a wonderful start to the evening, and the sale starts at 7:30. We're going to bump right into it. There's maybe 2 horses. Amy said I can look at 2 horses.
No, I didn't.
No, but look at them. You didn't say. I haven't talked to you and let me bid on them yet. But
Who's Maury's brother?
Maury's brother is selling tonight, his baby, the yearling brother, and so is Chicago Hall's baby brother. Now he's an Ohio bred, and the other guy's a Kentucky bred. We'll drop by because Addie, she's a trooper. She was a little bit sick all week. She is so tough. Come down here. I told her just to have a little nap. I'm taking my time going out to the farm. She wants to see the babies too. So does Ava. So does Ollie. They're going to get to take in the sale tonight. Hopefully Addie's. I don't know how much of the sale. Yeah, I don't know how much of the sale she can take, but we'll be out for a little bit. Yeah.
For the profile for your Facebook, when was that sale?
Oh, when you were in the ring, you would have been her age probably.
I have one.
Would have been about 5 or 6 years ago.
He was like 3.
He was 3?
Yeah.
It was quite a while ago. Anyway, it's been a great week. Obviously, a little bit of a surprise, but just a shocking development. What's that? Oh, I missed a turn, did I? Good call, Ave. Ava's on the ball. My co-pilot, not so much. Buy one exit, relax. Just buys Addie another 5 minutes of napping. It's not a big deal.
Actually, I only bought it.
Yeah, not time at all. Not a big deal. We're 3 minutes away. Anyway, we will catch you up in the babies tonight. I don't think we're going to be making any purchases tonight, but we will be present. We will be looking at a few horses. A ton of emails coming in asking about things. Just relax. I told Wendy, please don't put anything up until we're certain about the makeup of the buckets. There's not going to be a ton of shares left in some horses, and there's going to be shares left in others. So I'll bring you a little update to that when I know more. But for right now, I thought it'd be easy, right? We'll just put the horse's name and everybody that wants to share is underneath. What a nightmare. I was out all afternoon. Yesterday I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I did it for 2 hours. Then all afternoon, I sent the list to Wendy. She said, I'll look at it tomorrow. She's been working on it all day long. It's going to take about another day to get everything. But in fairness to everybody, the sale's not even done yet. Just relax. We're going to get it done. So a lot of stuff to go as far as infrastructure-wise, getting everything done for us. Getting the everything updated on the site, getting all the horses inputted. But we're here right now. You want to talk about? Look at this. Oh, all you can see is my iPad. There's horse country right there. We're pulling up to the farm in just a minute. That's what every farm looks like here. And not only come to Kentucky for the food, for the sales, for the racing, come here for the scenery. This is some of the most beautiful scenery. You like horses? This should be on your bucket list at some point in your life. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. What a tremendous day. What a fantastic day. Momento Mory. It's not always about winning. Sometimes it is. It was a great win. A world record for Momento Mory, 151-4 on a mile track of Colton Gelding's world record for Momento Mory. Congratulations to us. Congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to Scotty. And most certainly to Eric and Kathy. Great job. Well done. Take care, everybody.